Good morning, my dear children. Now I hope all have completed all the exercise and question answers and studied the last lesson. Now we move on to the next lesson, that is a poem. The poem is A Thunderstorm, written by Emily Dickinson. Now all of you all know what is a thunderstorm. Storm means what, children? Yes, a very strong wind. And thunder and lightning you all know. Yes, recently 2 or 3 days back we had thunder and lightning, isn't it? Idiyum minnalum kodungaattu pole, thunderstorm. A storm along with the thunder and lightning. So the poet is telling us, giving us a picture of the coming of the thunderstorm and what all destruction the thunderstorm can cause. So we'll start reading the poem. The wind began to rock the grass with threatening tunes and low. He flung a menace at the earth, a menace at the sky. So the wind began to rock the grass. Rock the grass means make the grass move from side to side, just like a cradle being rocked. You know what is a cradle? Haven't you seen the babies sleeping in the cradles and you rock the cradle? Yes, so just like that, just like the movement of the cradle, the grass is being moved from one side to the other due to the great storm. With threatening tunes and low, he flung a menace at the earth, a menace at the sky. Menace means what? Something that warns of serious damage and harm. A threatening, something that is giving us a warning that a great storm is going to come. First the wind starts blowing very slowly and in a tune as though it is singing a song, threatening tunes and low. Well, because it is a strong wind which is going to come and the destruction that the wind can cause will be very, very great. That is, menace also means bhishani. So he flung a menace at the earth, not only the earth, he flung a menace at the sky also. That is, from the sky, you can see the thunder and lightning coming from up above. The leaves unhooked themselves from trees and started all abroad. All abroad means everywhere. So the leaves of the trees were thrown away. That is, as though somebody was plucking the leaves and throwing it here and there. That is the force of the wind. Due to the force of the storm, the great wind, the strong wind, the leaves of the trees were unhooked and started all abroad. The dust did scoop itself like hands and throw away the road. So what happened to the dust on the roadside? Yes, as though somebody was taking it with the hands and throwing it away on the road. The road was fully covered with the dust. Nobody could see the road because the road was covered with dust now. The wagons quickened on the streets, the thunder hurried slow, the lightning showed a yellow beak and then a livid claw. So the poet is telling, when the wind started blowing, what happened to the wagons on the roadside? Wagons means the vehicles on the roadside, on the street. They went off quickly. They were moving quickly to their houses, to their safety. The thunder hurried slow. Usually first the thunder comes after lightning. First the lightning strikes, then the thunder comes with a deep, continuous rolling sound. And the lightning showed a yellow beak and then a livid claw. In the picture you can see the lightning shown there. And the poet is telling that the lightning, when coming down, it was looking like the beak of a bird. And then a livid claw. Livid means what? Given here, bluish grey or extremely angry. So the poet is telling the lightning that is coming from above looked like the claw of an angry bird. The birds put up the bars to nets. The cattle fled to barns. There came one drop of giant rain and then as if the hands. Now what is the meaning of the birds put up the bars to nest? That is, they went inside their nest to keep themselves safe from the storm and the rain. And the cattle fled to barns. All the cattle, that is the cow, goat, buffalo, everything, they all went to their barns. Barn is the place where they store the grains, the hay for these cattle. So they all went inside. Why did they all go inside? Because they were all afraid of the storm and they wanted to be safe. There came one drop of giant rain. Giant rain means very heavy rain. One big drop came, and then, as if the hands that held the dams had parted hold, the waters wrecked the sky, but overlooked my father's house, just quartering a tree. Now there came one drop of giant rain. Very big drop of rain fell down first. And then, as if the hands of God were holding, the dams had parted hold, the waters wrecked the sky. As though the dams were opened, the water started pouring down. That is the rain. It was not any other water. It was the rain coming from above that started pouring down, just like when the dams are opened, the water starts gushing out, isn't it? So just like that, this heavy rain started pouring down. But overlooked my father's house, just quartering a tree. Quartering a tree means tearing apart. The tree was torn into two halves. But the house, you see the picture, you see the house. The tree you can see and the house you can see. That is the poet's father's house. That was not at all destroyed by the storm, the thunder, the lightning and the rain. Only the poet's father's house was not destroyed, but the tree near the house was destroyed. It was torn apart. Now all of you all are afraid of thunder and lightning, isn't it? What do you all do? You all also go and stay inside the house, or do you all go outside and stand at that time? No. So just like humans, the birds, the animals are also afraid of the thunder, lightning and storm. They want to protect themselves. That is why the birds went to their homes, the cattle went to their barns, and the vehicles on the roadside, they moved quickly to reach their homes. So read the poem well, children. There are some new words for you all to study. Rock the grass means move the grass from side to side like cradle being rocked. Menace here in this poem means something that warns of serious damage and harm. All abroad here means everywhere. Livid means dark bluish grey or extremely angry. Put up the bars too means hid inside or prevented the rain from entering. And quartering means violently tearing apart. Now we move to the exercise. Understand the poem. Tick the correct options. Exercise A. First one, the wind moved through the grass making dash. Three options are given there. A quiet tuneful sound. B, a soft howling sound. Or C, a low threatening sound. C is the answer. A low threatening sound. That is the sound made by the wind when it moved through the grass. Second one, the road could not be seen because, why the road was not able to be seen? Because A, leaves were falling from trees and covering it. B, dust was flying everywhere and covering it. And C, every inch of it was covered by wagons rushing home. You remember why the road was not seen? Because the dust was fully covering the roads. So dust was flying everywhere and covering it. B is the answer. Third one, the wagons went faster on the streets because they A, had to raise the wind. B, wanted to get home before the rain. C, did not like the strong wind. So why did the vehicles go faster on the road? Because they wanted to get home before the rain. So third one also, B is the answer. Fourth one, overlooked my father's house means the thunderstorm dashed the building. A, spared. B, saved. C, surrounded. The answer is A, spared the father's house. That is, only his father's house was not destroyed by the thunderstorm. And the last one, 5, the poem is about dash a thunderstorm. A, the progress of. B, people's reactions to. Or C, the fear of. That is, the progress of a thunderstorm. So, fifth one is A. It tells us what all things the thunderstorm did in the poem. Now answer these questions with reference to the context. We'll do in the next class. Okay, read the poem till there and tick the correct options. Thank you, children.